This is what I learned when I was a stripper. Okay. When you're going to paint a black down, particularly if you've got black paint, but almost anytime you want a heavy covering of something really dark, there's an advantage to having some color down first. Black, particularly when it's like on there where you can see a little bit of paper through it, just barely or whatever, it can just look so dead. I don't care what colors you mixed it out of. Once you've got it black, it just can be really dead. So the thing is, if you have some undercolor like this, that'll change it. It'll be a lot richer. So that's a suggestion. So got a nice start there.
Is that dark enough?
Yeah, I think it is.
undercolor?
I think it
Okay.
is. Yeah. You could go darker, but here's what you don't want. You want it to be a wash. You want it to be something that is enough of a glaze that's not thick on top. And best done with a color that's staining. So it's not coming up, when you put something else on it. And of course you want it to be thoroughly dry.
Is indigo a staining?
Enough, yeah. Okay. So let's see, where are we? Okay. Obviously, I didn't paint on this one anymore. Oh, I need the color back. Now remember, y'all, you're on video, so you're supposed to act like you're having a really good time. just letting you know. All right. So one of the things I could do is I could put my shadow under here, and so this is not like the actual. See, this is not like the actual photo of the orange. This is a very simplified, different version, but it works well here. So what I would do is I would pre-wet my paper, at least the right-hand half of this. In fact, I might just get this even a little extra wet over here. All right. So now I'm going to use something for a shadow, and what I've got here is a mixture of stuff, but it's got a lot of that moon glow in it. And I'm on dry paper here, this side. So we're going to keep going this way till somewhere in here we're going to hit the water. Well, we haven't hit the water yet, but I decided I want the water there. I could even decide, because this is so wet, that I want to tilt this way so that I don't get as much likelihood of a run back. And then I'm going to pick up some of my pretty strong orange. And I'm going to start adding it in here. Oh, well, you can see that that's not working. Look at that. Well, let's just see how we can make that get better, okay, in just a minute. Because this happens to us. So the thing is, stuff like this happens, and the thing is just to be able to know how to make them work. I'm going to come back up in here, and if I've got very much water on my brush, I'll just get more back runs. I've got quite a bit of water there. I think I wouldn't mind if I had a little bit more orange up in here. Oh. All right. So what I'm going to have to do is pick up some more of my other color, my dark, and add it in up here. And then I'll just give it a little tilt, and it'll come down that way. And magically, I've saved the day. Until it dries. No, it looks like it's going to work. So you're doing that. And then I've got some fairly light color here. A lot of y'all have gone ahead and gotten a little darker, and that works too. No big deal. But I'm gonna build on that. So I don't want to cover up all of this. I just want some dark. If you leave a few little sparkles, or like Linda left some interesting streaks that really look orange like. Linda, get yours. Let's put that on the video. I think I'll blot there. So I do want
I didn't tape mine, so the
pretty
margins
good
are bad.
transition. Oh, okay. So see the way that she did some kind of thick lines up here. Now she already had a couple of layers of paint down, and then she put these, and I think that feels orange-like, you know, like some of that texture in the orange. I thought that was beautifully done. So, and here's her dark coming in. So, okay, cool. But I would have something like that. I did one. Well, I think it was this one. And I had this area up here was really light, and this area was really orange, and it was too big of a jump, and it looked just fake. So I had to go back with our magic sponge and do a little work and put a little more yellows back in and just mess with it. So these are fixable, and this could be interesting. This could be interesting. This could use, once you've got this done, ta-da, okay. You could use some really strong dark, and that could be, for instance, not the only way to do this, but you could have your strong orange, and you could add a little bit of moon glow into it even. Or maybe a lot of moon glow. I think before I used burnt umber, but I kind of like this. Okay, I think I like this better. So you can build a little bit of stuff in here. Now, in between these wedges, is that what you call them? Well, okay. There you might need a little bit more of just a dark orange. You decide, and it doesn't have to go all the way up. You know, it can kind of spot its way through here and there. Oh, that line looks a little thick. I'll just add a little water in there and let it blob out and do its thing. You know, a lot of the time you just hit something with a little water or something, and all of a sudden something that was going badly turns out to be just wonderful, you know. So I do think that these little bits extra dark have a really good effect. You can see though on this that what I did was I put a dark under this lighter area, and then I widened it to come down this way, and now it just looks like a shadow under there. This is much better. This pops the sections, but it doesn't feel like a shadow. And you might not want it to be everywhere. You might want, or you might make parts of it just a really, really deep orange, you know, in places. And whoa, that's a thick, whoa, that can work. Because this should be individuated. Not everything should be the same line in between everything. So I'll tell you what, let's just hit that with a little water. Although I could have left it the way it was. And this needs a little more color up in there. So I would like to try out doing what Linda did to hers. Just see what happens. Because I tried on one of, I mopped it out. I tried on this one and I don't like what I did, but I really like what Linda did. So she's got some,
You have to be able to shake.
oh, okay. But it needs to feel random. It needs to feel random. It can't be like fence posts, like set apart equal amounts or stuff. And so you just want, you could even, that's pretty good, but you could even break through it at one point with a little bit of water if it started looking too severe. And as soon as you break across that and that water starts to push the paint back and do some things, that's a cool, I like this. I'm going to do that to this one. So, so you could try some of that. So that just gives you an idea how to build on that. Has anybody got anything they want to say?
No.
Okay, then go away.